Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton? Should I work out today or go eat pizza? Life is full of important choices, but one of the most important choices that you will make in your life is to buckle up your seatbelt. And this choice happens every single day, every time you get in the car. I believe that everybody should wear seatbelts, and I believe that it's our government's responsibility to help encourage people to wear seatbelts. So I believe that it should be a nationally level rule that it should be illegal not to wear your seatbelt. Today, what I'm going to cover is statistics about wearing seatbelts, primary law versus secondary law, and how that affects users of seatbelts, and a plan of action that would be efficient. Some statistics about seatbelts. Seatbelts reduce serious crash-related injuries and deaths by about 50%. With numbers like these, it's hard to ignore something like this. It is also proven from the Centers for Disease Control and Protection in 2015 that seatbelts saved 12,802 lives in 2014. That's a lot of lives saved by a simple action as clicking your seatbelt in. As you can see from the graph, seatbelt use has increased from 2000 to 2015 from 70% to 88.5%, while daytime percent unrestrained occupant fatalities have decreased from 51.6% to 40.3%. This shows a steady incline of seatbelt use corresponding with a decline of occupancy fatalities. While statistics are just numbers, it means a lot more when you realize these numbers have a face and a name and could be friends or family members. One way to encourage seatbelt use is to make it state law requiring the act. Primary law is where seatbelt use is higher. It means that occupants can be pulled over for simply not wearing their seatbelts, where in secondary laws, they do not include seatbelt laws. So 15 states have secondary laws, and this is what I'm proposing we change. In Texas, according to section 545.412 of the Transportation Code, all adults are required to wear seatbelts in riding in the front seat. But this is a little different, and they've recently changed this. It now requires all passengers or drivers anywhere in the car to wear seatbelts. This is great for Texas, and it has saved many lives already, and I believe that this should be a nationally wide level. As you can see by this graph that is shown from the U.S. Department of Transportation in 2015, primary law states have 91.2% of people regularly using their seatbelts, while in secondary law states, only 78.6% of people wear seatbelts. In state laws also, you can see from the graph that they're from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention that 91% of primary law states have people regularly using their seatbelts, while secondary states only have 79%. Before I talk about the changes and the plan of action that we should take for this, I think it is crucial to first talk about the distractions in driving in today's society. 80% of crashes caused can only be caused by up to 3 seconds of distractions. And the ages of 18 to 20 years of age are up to 4 times more likely to have an accident in distracted-related causes. While the distractions our society has today, there are many more risks on the road, and it becomes even more imperative that everyone should wear a seatbelt, regardless of whether you were in the front seat or the back seat. The CDC in 2016 also mentioned that there are more than 1/2 of teens and adults ages 20 to 44 years old who died in crashes in 2014 did not wear seatbelts at the time of their crash. With numbers like these, it's impossible to ignore the problem of not wearing seatbelts. Government plans that could help encourage seatbelt use include implementing national primary laws in all states, laws that include everyone in the car, not just the driver or in the front seat. It's also important to educate the public in order to make seatbelt use a norm, a social norm. And it's also important to encourage the police officers to enforce this law. In conclusion, next time you have the choice to make of wearing your seatbelt or not, remember that it could be the difference between life or death. I covered some statistics about seatbelts that revealed a lot, the difference between primary and secondary laws, and some plans of action that we as consumers and as drivers can take. Thank you.